I can almost guarantee that you will see cats bouncing in and out of frame.
Well, I mean, it's the internet. You need cats, right?
That's true. I might get more clicks because of all the cats.
Exactly. Maybe we can make them do some tricks.
Welcome to It's Probably You. I'm Paul. I'm always here at It's Probably You. This is my new co-host, Brooke.
Hi.
So this week on It's Probably You, what I wanted to tackle is a question that occurred to me while I was talking to one of my friends. She was talking about maybe moving in with the person she'd been dating for a while. And so I wanted to ask Brooke, when is the right time to move in with someone? How do you know?
When you are staying the night at each other's house more than you are at your own house. When you spend more nights together than apart, it's probably a good indication that it's time to think about that. It's also a good idea to be very practical about that. I think there's a point when you know it might be a good idea, but when you reach that point, it's a good idea to sit down and talk about details before leases are signed, before trucks are hired, before things are moved to each other's houses.
I know a lot of people who have been dating someone, spend all their nights at the one person's place, or vice versa, especially if they live far apart. It gets tempting to live together just because it's convenient. Just because it's easier to live together than to have to deal with the commute and not having all the stuff when you spend the night. It works out obviously well for some people, but the danger is that the relationship goes awry and then you have to deal with the repercussions of that. As my other co-host, Katie, capital Katie, always says, talk to the person that you're dating. Brooke, you can tell me if I'm wrong here, but I might even suggest having some long weekends together first before you live together. As swing dancers, that's actually not too hard for us to do. We can just go to an event together and share a hotel room or whatever, and that kind of gives us a tiny glimpse into what it's like to live with someone. But at the very least, you can go to a lake house for a weekend, or go to the beach during the summer, something. I would say that if you're getting married,
Yeah,
you can probably live together.
But you know what? We bought this house before we were married. We'd been living together in a very small apartment, but we both have our own hobbies and our own lives, and that very small apartment was getting much, much smaller as the longer we lived together, and we were like, I love you and I love living with you, but I need to have a room where you're not in.
Did you have all these cats back then?
We had one cat back then. Yeah. One cat. As the house got bigger, the cat population grew as well.
If you're gonna live with someone, you should be able to have hard conversations with them.
Yeah.
If you can't have difficult conversations with someone, why the heck are you trying to live with them? That makes no sense at all.
And on the other side, you should be able to have stupid conversations with them that don't turn into fights. Like,
yeah,
leaving the toilet seat up, or who does the dishes, why you bought this brand of yogurt instead of this brand of yogurt. If those kinds of conversations turn into fights, you probably shouldn't live together.
The one caveat I'll give to that is that some people thrive on a little conflict in their relationship. So that's fine. I would say no worse of fights than you can handle in that relationship.
If the yogurt brand becomes a thing about, well, why does your mother do this, and why do you cut your hair this way, and why are you wearing that shirt, and it becomes all the things that you hate about that person, that's probably a sign, maybe.
Yeah, that's a big sign.
Not good.
That's probably a big sign that your relationship itself is doomed.
Yeah.
Don't go into a shared living situation hoping that it'll solve a problem. If you're going to be living together, you should already be at a point where you don't have problems.
Well,
you shouldn't be I don't mean day-to-day problems. You can have day-to-day problems, but you shouldn't be having this person doesn't want to have kids and I do want to have kids.
Yeah.
But if we live together, we'll figure No. The most related problem to this is marriage. If one of you says, I want to be in a marriage at some point, I want to be wed to you, and the other one says, can we just live together instead? That's a horrible band-aid put on the situation.
Yeah.
One of you is compromising what you want and hoping that this fix of living together will solve the problem, and it won't. Living together is great if you want to share your resources and be a team together. You can't be a team together if you are going into it with problems to begin with.
Yeah, and you should know what living together means to both of you. Some people see living together as a stair step to marriage. Some people see living together as an end in itself. So you should make sure that you're both on the same page as far as what living together actually means.
Really good point. I 100% believe that the key to a solid relationship that keeps going is that you both want each other and that you both talk to each other about everything that needs to be talked about.
If you have the conversation, like, should we live together, and you decide that know you don't want to live together, that doesn't necessarily mean that your relationship is over. It means that maybe you're just not ready to live together. Maybe you're not a person that wants to live with other people. Maybe you need to date a while. Or maybe this conversation will reveal that maybe you're not as right for each other as you want. And that's a good thing, because now you can move on to find the person that is right for you. So I would say don't be afraid to have that conversation because you're afraid the answer might be no. That still might be a good thing for that relationship or into finding one where the answer is yes.
If either person in the relationship starts feeling like they want to move into the stage of living together, have that conversation immediately. Don't just wait for the time is right or hope that they will also feel that way and bring it up first. As soon as you feel that it's pertinent to your immediate future, you bring that up with your partner and find out whether this is the right partner for you or not. It is far more important to find out the truth about whether or not this person is right for you than to hang on to someone that you just really, really like, who is eventually going to be horrible for you.
And when they answer you, believe them.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh, he says he doesn't want to live together, but once he realizes how fabulous I am, he's gonna want to live together.
God, that is awful. Yeah.
So many of my friends
do
do that. So many of my friends have been like, oh, he says he doesn't want this, but when he realizes how special I am, he will. I'm like, no, he won't.
It's funny that you say that because I just saw Capital Katie tweet like her old blog's mantra on Twitter again, which is, you're not special, he's not different. Don't go excusing a situation with, yeah, he said this, but I'm special, so no. Genders can be reversed as well. Whatever your partner tells you about what they want and are willing to do in a relationship, you take that at face value and you live your life as if that's accurate, because that's the best you're going to get. That's it.
I agree. We all learned something here today.
I hope that we did learn some stuff here today. I hope that we helped. If we did help, then please like this video. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. And most of all, please keep sending in lots of questions about sex, dating, and relationships, because I want to answer all of them. Anything else?
I think so.
All right.
We're good.